Hey guys, quick message, right? So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what a man of value or a woman of value look for when dating for long term or marriage, right? Now, guys, these are just my personal opinions. It will not pay your bills, right? So again, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I'm sure that you'll be able to find another YouTuber that will be able to better assist you. Again, these are just my personal opinions, my personal beliefs. And if you decide to stay to listen to the message, good. I'm happy you did. All right, so let's get started. First things first. I myself cannot and will not date somebody who does not see and have God at the start and beginning of everything that they do. Right? So, whatever religion you are, right? I'm pretty sure that if you're Christian, if you're Jew, if you're Muslim, whatever it is, you want your partner to be that same thing, right? Secondly, stability. My beliefs are that a man should protect, provide, be the head, that sort of thing that we all know about, right? These days, you have women who are sheltering these men, fighting over these men, and it's like, what is there really to fight over or go back and forth over, right? It's like you have another liability or kid to take care of, right? Women of value, women that love their self and things like that. And I'm not coming for women that do. I'm just saying there's certain things that certain type of women are not willing to put up with. The same thing goes for guys. There's certain things and women that, guys aren't willing to put up with. Right? So stability, guys, in a relationship is a major thing. Rather it be material, meaning you provide the home, blah, 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 or, the stability of the relationship. Like, where is this relationship going? What are we? And things like that, right? And a lot of times, mostly guys, but women too tend to play around when it comes to what is this relationship, where is it going, and stuff like that. And some people are not going for that, especially a woman that can provide for herself. She takes care of herself. She pays all her own bills. She pays her own tuition. She takes care of the kids. She does it all. She's running her businesses, whatever it is she's doing. She's not going for no guy that's, playing games, going all around the mulberry bush. You got to tell her up front what it is you want. Because if not, it's like you're just in the way, right? Vice versa. The shoe can apply either way, guys, right? Next, body odor. Guys, at a certain age, smelling off is just completely unacceptable, right? I've heard certain stories, and I can't even just say I heard because I've had experiences too. Like, smelling is just crazy, way too crazy for me, right? Like, there's no reason why that if you legit just had a shower, you should be smelling any kind of way, right? You shouldn't even be smelling that bad before the shower. But I'm just saying, like, smells, dirty nails, not taking care of the maintenance of yourself. It's like, that's out, right? Because some of us, women, men, whatever, we look at the other person like, if you cannot take care of yourself, how you going to take care of the house, us, whatever? If the first thing you can't do is take care of you, right? So that's another thing, right? If somebody bursts through your door at any second, is he gonna run to defend you, or is he gonna leave you to take care of him or to protect him? Because the mathematics there, yeah. If you're facing adversity, the world is against you, you feel that everybody is against you. You know what I mean? Is your partner going to stand the test of time with you? If that answer is no, then that is not the spouse that God has chose for you. God is not going to pick a man or a woman for you that is not going to stand with you, right? So the next thing would be, are you kid friendly, right? Or are you just saying that, right? Are kids going to get along if you have kids? Do you want kids together, right? Tradition, right? Do you just believe in long-term relationships? Do you believe in marriage? You know, what are your personal beliefs? How is this going to work out, right? Can we even get along, right? What is your love language, right? A lot of times we get into these situations and we're loving people the way that we want to be loved, but we're not loving them the way that they want to be loved. So it doesn't work out, right? So you need to know these things about your partner. And when you're getting into these situations, relationships, you know, if you want them to be long term. Me personally, again, I cannot come into any type of nothing with nobody who's not doing me the way that I know I do me, or what I'm willing to accept, right? And I can vouch for other women too. All women are not pick me kind of women, right? We are and can be submissive, but it has to be something to submit to, right? We're not gonna submit to guys who do not show us that they can be what we need them to be for us. We just can't, you know? And, you know, some of us are just not willing to settle. It's just that simple, right? So, oh yeah, in addition to not being afraid of being alone, like, right? Some of us, women and men, get in situations because, you know, they're afraid of being by themselves. You know, I've seen this happen so many times. They don't even want to sit with themselves because they don't even want to take the time out that it takes to work on themselves. So they wind up in these situationships where there's arguing, there's fighting. They don't even like each other, but they're so codependent on one another. So they stay in these toxic situations, and it's like, it's just not good, right? So they stay in these abusive situations, you know, talking down to one another, and these are people you could possibly be in these situations, relationships that last decades, you know, going through this. It's crazy, especially when you have to pick yourself up and heal yourself from all this afterwards. Same with people who are used to being single, right? They forget how to be selfless, right? They're selfish. Like, I remember this one time I was dating this guy, right? And I had just got finished making dinner, washing the dishes, getting everything, you know, myself, everything prepped for bed, right? And then he turns around and says, my back hurts, as in a way of, like, I guess, asking for a back rub. And I don't think I have to get into telling you guys how I personally feel about it. If you know me, then you just know me. You already know how I felt and what I thought, right? So, yeah, being selfish, especially with me, other people too. Everybody doesn't like a selfish partner and things like that. That's just not gonna work, right? Are you in debt, right? So, guys, as an adult, credit is important. You know, debt for one, like, you shouldn't go into partnerships with people for the wrong reasons. If you have debt, that should be like one of the main things you work on. Why? Because it will help you be a better you when you do look into going into union, into marriage and things like that. It's not fair to your partner, especially if your partner has good credit or even no credit, right? They never had anything bad on their credit, things like that. And you just come in after you tore up your credit. You were careless. You had this credit card, that credit card, things like that. Not to everybody, but to some people that matters, right? Now, if you have a partner that says, hey, I don't care about what you did and what was going on. I love you and I want to be with you and I'm willing to help you. That's different, right? And God bless you. But I'm just saying, like, don't go in blind with these issues and not bring them up, right? Especially if you're looking for a long-lasting relationship. Using people. Guys, I cannot tell you how, womanizers, I don't know which way to put it for if a woman is a womanizer, whichever way it goes, right? Where people get into relationships just to use people. It's like, that is disgusting. My personal opinion, guys, you should not be going into partnerships to use people, to see what you can get out of it and things like that. Relationships, love, that type of thing is a beautiful thing. It should not be looked at as a way to take from somebody, right? When you do that, you just bring on you attract and pull in a lot of bad, like, negativity to you, right? And you don't want those type of things for yourself. So make sure when you are getting into partnerships, you're going in for the right reasons. You're going in to give love and be loved, right? When I had no relationship experience, I was very naive to relationships, dating, and things like that. I was hurt really, really, really bad, guys. So if I can give you any advice about this, I definitely will. If there's something you want to know that will better assist you in your relationships from my mistakes, please do not hesitate to, make an appointment, reach out, for the advice. Even if you just want a healing call, whatever it is, do so, right? The hurt that I felt behind a terrible relationship and not like being knowledgeable about these things, I never ever want anybody to experience that, guys. And because I care about you guys healing and just being loved and those things so much, I just want to make sure that you guys are healthy and good, right? So guys, do not hesitate to make that appointment. The next thing would be someone who is oblivious to ignorance, right? So a partner or someone who's hurting you or doing something to you that they know you do not like, to get you out of character, to have you going off on them and things like that. You definitely don't want to be in partnerships or situations like that. Love is not somebody who tries to trigger you, play mind games, see if you care, things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, there are men and women out here who have a short tolerance for nonsense. They will not put up with it, regardless of if they love you or not. You be the first thing smoking out of the door. Mature people do not play games. They are who they are. Truth would be another thing, being honest, right? So, for example, let's say you meet somebody and they say, well, this is what I'm into. This is what I do, right? So one of yous are sort of like introverted. You just go to work, you come home, and then the other one is either both introverted and extroverted or extroverted, right? One of you has a more lively thing about yourself, right? So, you guys come together, and the next thing you know, he's doing the things that you do or trying to do more. It's like, again, that ties into like the game plan and things like that. It's like, wait a minute, didn't you just say that you're this and you're that, or you do this and you do that? Yeah, so it starts to seem a little bit weird, right? Again, guys, game plan. Some people are not willing to put up with that. Please, after a certain age, maturity matters. Maturity matters, guys. You guys don't know. I've seen adults ranging in the ages of their 30s, 40s, 50s. I even saw someone who was 64 that was very, very immature, and it was very sad to see. Guys, maturity after a certain age is very, very important. It is something that we all should work on and be after a certain age, right? Growth is always good, rather in partnerships or not. In yourself, self-growth is always, always, always good, right? Guys, cleanliness too. I know that some of us have children and things like that. So a lot of times when your partner is coming over or you're going over, they do not want to trip over toys, over forks, things like that. And that's just like regular common sense stuff, but I'm just putting it out there, right? Ladies and gentlemen, do be aware too that when you get into these situations, I've seen like people post like, oh, I just met him and he doing right by me. He doing this, he doing that. Do not be tricked by narcissists. In a worldly sense, narcissists are people who definitely come in doing everything. They get you to fall for them. And when you do, is when that mask come off and you meet somebody that you didn't meet when you first met them, right? In a spiritual sense, it's a Jezebel spirit. It is a demonic spirit. So on top of prepping yourself for union and for marriage, pray that God protect you and keep those type of spirits and things like that away from you, right? If you want prayer with me, guys, definitely reach out. Let's do this. As a group, guys, we have to do better for ourselves, especially us that are really in preparation for our kingdom spouses. Ladies, gentlemen, we are not we are not going into next month or even the new year playing these games with nobody, okay? We look too good. We don't work on ourselves too much, and we're just not doing anything less, right? So I love you guys. Stay beautiful, stay handsome, and I will be back with another one.